This is Kyle Motsinger, and you are watching Artists Exposed with Tym Moss.
Think I fucked up my big entrance. Tried so hard to get it right. The stage was set, a full house waiting. But I couldn't find my light. Let's try this again. Give me another chance to finally hit my mark. Let's try this again. One more shot to shine before the stage goes dark.
Welcome back to Artists Exposed with Tym Moss. I am Tym Moss, and I am here with the one and only Kyle Motsinger. How are you?
I'm good, Tim. It's good to see you.
It is so good to see you again. Oh, my God.
You know, we got together and talked about my first album almost 10 years ago, so now we're back again.
Right? Was that your first? Oh, my God.
That was my first album.
I was his first.
Yes, you were.
Oh, my God. And now we're on number 3.
I can't believe it. Time flies.
Yes. Well, now, people, you were just listening to a little bit of the lead track, is it? Off of your third album now, which is brand new by Kyle Motsinger, called Take It Back. And that song was called Let's Try This Again. And I love, like, the opening line of that about... you messed up the entrance, and
yes.
We've all done this, you know.
Oh, of course. I feel like everybody feels like they completely fell on their face and didn't have the first impression or the second impression that they wanted to have, or maybe the third impression. Who knows? But I feel like the song is about, give me another chance, and it felt like a good album opener to be like, okay, like, let's try this again.
I love it, and I love this album. Oh my God, it's all so personal, every song.
Well, that was the intention, is to just really, lay it all bare. I wanted to talk about, my self-doubts and everything that I was feeling, going into writing the third album. I was having a lot of doubts about myself as an artist, and I really wanted to talk about it so that I could get through that, so I could, sort of get to a better place of confidence and feeling like I'm worth it.
Well, by sitting down and writing new songs and performing them, that's the best way to do it, in my opinion.
I think so. I think you've got to go through it and really just be honest.
I agree. And again, a lot of the times the things that we go through makes the best art.
I agree. I think I personally, the kind of art that I love is the more confessional art and music that people really just sort of talk about how they're feeling, because I feel like then you can relate to that as an audience, hopefully, and not feel so alone yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Move over just a hair. This is about you. I want to get all of you in there in frame.
Oh, thank you so much.
Let's talk Kyle. Let's talk Kyle Motsinger. Where are you from originally? Like, where did you grow up?
I grew up in the middle of Illinois, this sort of small town near Peoria, Illinois, and sort of halfway between Chicago and St. Louis on the map.
Yeah.
And cornfields.
I'm originally from Indiana. I grew up at the corner of a cornfield and a bean field.
Yeah. My if those that remember my first album, the first song was called Midwest Boy.
Yeah.
And so it was all about where I came from.
Yep. Well, you've come a long way, baby.
I think so. I mean, it's been, almost 10 years since the first album came out. It's been 14 years in New York City. It's been, it's been a long journey, and we've in that time we've all been through a few things, haven't we?
Absolutely. I got a few more gray hairs up here.
I lost my hair, so there we go. I had hair when you first met me.
When you were in school growing up in Illinois, were you always a musician? Did you always like to write and express yourself?
I always did music. I sang first. I was in band. I started to play the piano late in high school. And I probably I wrote my first song definitely in high school. It was this dramatic song called Ghost from the Past that was just so silly, and, it was about, dealing with the past, trauma, and I don't know what past trauma I thought I had at that point, but it was just this angsty, kind of song, so...
Yes. So, do you remember it? Do you remember the song?
Oh my gosh. Yes, it was Ghosts from the past keep haunting me. Oh, I can't see. I don't know, something like that.
I love that. That's very truthful.
Well, I have a few more ghosts these days, but that's okay.
That's right. And a lot of them keep coming back to haunt.
Exactly. Oof. Spooky.
So you grew up, were you in, the choir in school and all of that?
Oh, yeah, choir, band. I did musicals. I did musicals in my community theater, which I would go on to be a musical theater major. So, yeah, I was very much all arts all the time.
Oh, very good, very good. Now, did you go to college?
I did. I went to Western Illinois University for musical theater.
Okay. I was just going to say, for theater, music, or, yeah, wonderful, wonderful. So it's always been in your blood.
Oh, for sure. And it's in my family. My dad played drums, my mom played keyboard, my brother plays guitar. It's just in our family and in my blood. So
Well, now another song on your new album is Dangerously Uncool. Were you a cool kid or dangerously uncool?
Oh, I was definitely dangerously uncool for sure. Which, and I think dangerously uncool is really just cool, because we know that people that are off the beaten track, a little alternative, I call myself, a weirdo in the song, but I'm happy that I'm a weirdo.
Yeah.
So I was doing a catering event back when I was doing that, and this client said, "Oh, I'm so dangerously uncool," and the minute she said that, I thought, that's a song.
I love that. I love how you get inspiration from.
From everywhere. Yeah, for sure.
So that is where Dangerously Uncool came from, huh?
That's exactly where it came from. Yeah.
Well, why don't we take a listen to some of Dangerously Uncool by my guest, Kyle Motsinger.
Say I'm cringe, it's true, I'm not for everyone. Normal is so boring, misfits have more fun. I'm a geek, I'm a homo, I'm a ginger, I'm a clown. People may not get me, but they'll never bring me down. So I don't much care if you think I'm strange. I'm happily a weirdo, and I'm never gonna change. Dangerously uncool, dangerously me. Dangerously uncool is how I'm meant to be. If that turns you on, well, that's just too bad. I'm dangerously uncool, and I'm glad.
This is Kyle Motsinger, and you are watching Artists Exposed with Tym Moss.
All right, that was Dangerously Uncool by my guest, Mr. Kyle Motsinger. Yay!
Yes, I hope you liked it.
Yeah, so Dangerously Uncool, it's such an interesting concept, because to be uncool now is like being cool. It's cool to be uncool.
I think so. I mean, I think I also, cool and uncool are just sort of vague concepts that I think that anyone, it's like art is subjective, like cool and uncool is subjective, everybody has an idea of what that is, and so I think it's kind of fun to play around with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it seems like everybody always wants to be in with the crowd to a certain extent, but a lot of times in order to do that, you have to sacrifice who you are and kind of conform to what is expected.
Right, and how do you know that you're in the right crowd? Maybe you're not in the right crowd.
Right. The way you will know is how it makes you feel.
Exactly.
So, well, I like your dangerously uncool. I like that.
Thank you so much. I like it too. I hope you like it out there.
Well, I was telling you also earlier about, I think this is my favorite album of yours because it just seems all of the songs are very personal.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I certainly, they always say write what you know, and that's what my sort of, thing going into this. Because when I started to write this album, I didn't know what to write about, and in the past, write what you know has always been a great way to get me into something. And unfortunately, at the time, I was just having a lot of self-doubt. There's a song on this album called The Imposter, and it's about imposter syndrome. There's a song called Sabotage, and it's about feeling like you self-sabotage yourself. That's redundant. But, so I just wanted to write about how I was actually feeling. And so, it's about me. And it's also about these times that we're in, which is, a little dark. And so it's about sort of navigating your personal journey while on this ride that we're all on.
Yeah. But I can tell from this album, you've really been through a lot these past few years.
Yeah, it's been a tough couple of years. There's been, lots of personal drama and things that I've gone through, and I think in these like post-pandemic years, in the political times that we're in, I just feel like everything feels louder. Like even personal things that are going on feel like the stakes are higher somehow, and it's tough to get through. But doing the best I can, and I hope we're all doing the best we can to take care of ourselves.
Right. Now, and one thing that I have found out is a lot of times I'm going through stuff, and it feels like I'm the only one that's experiencing this, or it's only happening to me or something. And then I will find out, no, it's not. It's not just me, that there's a lot of people that's going through the same thing. Do you ever find that to be true?
Absolutely. I mean, the artists that I really resonate with are the ones that are going through things that I'm going through, or are feeling sort of similarly to how I'm feeling, and it does make me feel comforted to know that I'm not alone, and so that's what I try to do with my music too, is to write things that, sometimes I feel like the more personal we get, the more universal it actually is, if that makes sense.
Totally. And again, when you open yourself up, you can open yourself up to be a target too. Like it takes a lot of courage, a lot of guts to really go inside and to bring out what you're feeling, like what you're going through.
Absolutely, and I've stepped in some mud before, and trying to be honest and open and speak my mind, and it's hard to be understood when you're typing something online. It's hard to get your point across, and all you have to do though is ultimately take a step back and say, no, I know where my heart was. I know what I meant. I wasn't trying to be sensational or hurtful. I was just trying to be honest and open. So
yeah, because that kind of touches on, like, a lot of times others' perception, even though your intent might be something else, but people can interpret it differently, or interpret it other than where a person's intent was.
Absolutely. I think you have to understand that when you're speaking your mind and you're saying what you feel like you need to say, it may not hit people in the same way. People may, let me just be honest about what I think you're getting at is a couple years ago, I merely suggested that in nightlife here in New York City, I was wishing that there would be a little bit more opportunity for singer-songwriters,
I agree 100%.
More variety than drag. And when I posted that, it came across as I hated drag queens, which is not true at all. I love drag queens. I'm going on record as saying that.
Unfortunately, it's like we can't say anything bad about drag queens or we get that treatment.
Well, and I wasn't even saying anything.
I know it's not bad. You were coming from your experience of like, why not make some room in our community for singer-songwriters?
Yeah, and I tried to explain that what I was saying is that I wanted a seat at the table along with the drag queens, and I was sort of attacked a little bit by saying in these times where drag queens are under fire, and of course, like, that's very true. Drag queens, trans people, all under fire right now and being attacked by our government.
Yep.
And so I think the wound is a little tender, very tender. Not even just tender, just fully open. And I think they thought that I was coming for drag queens, which I wasn't.
Right.
So,
But to clarify, I was not suggesting going there, but that's okay that you did.
Oh, you know what?
It happened, and it's something that jolted you, that ultimately ended up writing these songs, so.
Yeah, certainly, like, the title track of the album is about feeling like your power has been taken away from you, and you feel like, and not even taken away from you, you've given your power to someone else.
Yes.
And it's taken time to realize that I can take that back. I gave that power away. I made someone make me feel like I was small. They weren't even necessarily making me feel small. I was just letting them make me feel small. And I think there's a quiet confidence with knowing, what, I can take this power back.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And the title track on Kyle Motsinger's new album is Take It Back. Now, where can people find your music?
They can find it on streaming, Spotify, Apple Music. You can find it on iTunes. That's still a thing. That's actually probably the best way. It's going to be on Bandcamp. You can also get the physical CD or now vinyl on elasticstage.com, which is really exciting. So that if you want to have that physical CD or vinyl.
I love that.
I know. It's the first time I've had vinyl, so I'm excited.
Oh, that is exciting.
Yeah,
because you can hold it in your hand, and that is so cool.
Absolutely. So yeah, anywhere, it'll be on YouTube, just really anywhere you just look my name up and you'll find it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a listen to another song, which is called Down, Down, Down. And take a listen to this, and then we'll talk about that song in just a couple moments.
This is Kyle Motsinger, and you are watching Artists Exposed with Tym Moss.
Checking on your friends who act like not a thing is wrong. Sometimes we try to hide our pain and act like we're so strong. Everyone is fighting battles that you'll never see. Phantoms of their past mistakes that live with them rent-free. Lately I feel like once again I'm far away. When you ask me how I feel, this is what I'll say. I used to be up, now I'm down, down, down. I'm down and out and in my head. Wanna know what's up? Well, I'm down, down, down. All I wanna do is stay in bed.
Welcome back to Artists Exposed with Tym Moss and my guest, Kyle Motsinger. Yay!
Hey.
We were just listening to Down, Down, Down. Very intense.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about, well, I mean, it's depression. Tell us a little bit about what drove you to write this song or what this song means to you.
Well, the song it's about depression. It's about kind of a situational depression where something really gets you in your head and it just takes you down all the way. And there's no hope really in the end of the song. It is just the song is about just being in that place. I had somebody that I know say like, "Oh, that was a really sad song about the song," and it is a sad song, and it may not be fun to listen to all the time, but I do think it's a beautiful strings, and it's a nice it's a nice song, I think. But it is important because I want people to realize, it's okay if you're in this place too.
Absolutely.
We all get there from time to time.
Absolutely. And like we were talking before, sometimes people can say mean, cruel, horrible things, and that can send you down. It can. And everybody's experienced these things, and again, I think that's like circling back to the beginning where everybody wants to be with the in-group or the group so that they can be protected from stuff like that.
Right.
You are out on your own. You do your own thing. You speak your own mind. You present you wear your heart on your sleeve, or you sing about your emotions. You're opening yourself up for attack in a way. Which is not right.
No. But it goes with the territory, I guess.
Yeah. But the things like that can drive you down into depression. And like you said, it's okay to be there. It hurts. It sucks. But eventually, look at you. You're up.
Today, yeah.
Yes, exactly. But again, you have to work on yourself. It doesn't just happen either. It takes some work and takes some application and working on yourself but again, that is part of life. Depression is a common form of life. And unfortunately, in the society that we're in right now, people hiding behind their computer screens, feeling empowered that they can say whatever they want to other people.
Oh yeah, keyboard courage, as they call it.
Yes,
I mean, people seem to want to hurt you, and they want to. I see so many terrible comments on social media. Not mine necessarily. Has been, but other people's. Even celebrities and whatnot. The horrible things that people say. Or even people that are just expressing their political opinion or whatever. People are so vicious, and it can really get to you if you let it.
Right.
And sometimes you can't help but to let it.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it is very painful and very hurtful. But then again, there are also those out there that are very encouraging and make you feel good. And those are the people I like to surround myself with.
Same, absolutely. Just because some of the voices some of the angry voices can be louder, but there's some really great encouraging voices that we should be paying attention to.
Absolutely. And one way of doing that is to take the power back. Because only you can give that power away. Like only you can let if somebody says something vicious, you can either take it on or you don't have to, which takes practice.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it takes a while before you're ready to take that power back, and
absolutely.
Sometimes it can get to you for a long time, and ultimately. You feel like you're confident enough that you can let something go and really kind of move on from it. Doesn't mean that it's gone forever. You're always going to remember what happened, but at least you aren't actively letting it get in the way of your life anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. So what would you like people to take away from this album?
The album is about a singer-songwriter struggling with their doubts about whether or not they're good enough, they're worth it, and then ultimately coming through to the other side of realizing that they are worth it and have something to give and offer. But anybody in any field can have these self-doubts and struggle with whether or not they're good enough. And so I hope that everybody takes away the feeling of, yes, there are things that I doubt about myself. We all doubt about ourselves, have doubts. And I just hope that they feel like they can go on the journey with me to feeling empowered and feeling like they are superheroes in their in their jobs or their life or their relationships.
Yeah. Because nobody is everybody's cup of tea. And it's in all aspects. It's in all areas of work, of play, of you go to the gym. There's people that, oh wow, look at that, but oh, I wish I looked like that, but I don't. And everywhere you look, there's people who excel at certain things and people who don't. And just because someone excels does not mean that they're on a throne either. That it's not coming out right, but that everybody has the power within themselves to be the best that you can be, no matter what other people's opinions are.
Absolutely, and I think that's what it is. I think, look, you're right. I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Some people will think I'm terrible, and that's fine. You can not like what I do. Not like my voice or my writing or the songs or whatever. But I think you can't take away from me the fact that I know that I'm doing the best I can and I'm good at what I do. I'm good at what this style of music is, this niche that I'm in.
Yeah.
And ultimately, we have to remember art is subjective. A lot of things are subjective. And just because you don't like... I want to get on a soapbox for a minute.
Get on that soapbox.
If you don't like a piece of art, a movie, music, somebody's dress, I don't know, anything, it doesn't mean that it's bad if you don't like it.
Right.
It just means that you don't like it. And I think a lot of people feel like they can just sort of, when they have an opinion about something, it is the end-all, be-all. Like, oh, I didn't like this movie, I didn't like this song, therefore it is bad.
Right.
And I just, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Exactly.
And I think it's, so when you're commenting on, people's music or movies or whatever, just simply say, I didn't like it. It wasn't for me. I didn't like that performance. I didn't like that song. I didn't like their voice. Whatever. I think it would be a much better world if we just framed it like that instead of like, oh, that's terrible.
I agree. I agree. Because if you think about it, like some people like Lady Gaga and don't like Olivia Rodrigo, and vice versa. Some people like Olivia and some people don't like Lady Gaga. So it's again, art is subjective. So, but anyway, I love you. I think you're fabulous. I think you're wonderful.
Oh, thank you. I love you too.
So please go out and get Kyle Motsinger's new album called Take It Back. And we're going to take this out by taking it back. We're going to play the title track called Take It Back, which is about taking back your power, which I love.
Well, thank you, Tim. I hope you all like it too.
Kyle Motsinger, right here.
This is Kyle Motsinger, and you are watching Artists Exposed with Tym Moss.
For the past few years, I believe the things you said. If I earned praise, I heard your voice instead. With my tail between my legs, I lost all confidence. I take it back today. Who do you think you are to tell me who I am? You don't know me or know my heart. You're not the authority on creativity, no. You don't get the last word